Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in. At approximately 1:44 p.m. on December 10th, 2024, Officer Vrooman attempted to stop a white Dodge Challenger on Highway 67. Instead of complying, driver Dontarius Gordon accelerated, resulting in a dangerous high-speed chase. The officer remained calm and focused under pressure. Gordon weaved through traffic at extremely high speed, but Officer Vrooman seized the opportunity, executing a precise maneuver to stop the Challenger, forcing it to crash into a barrier. When Gordon fled on foot, the officer pursued and quickly apprehended him. The chase ended safely, demonstrating the discipline and decisive action of the police. In the early morning of November 27th, 2022, Arkansas State Trooper Jacob Bird spotted a black Dodge Charger and initiated a stop. The driver refused and accelerated away, triggering a pursuit. The Charger soon exceeded 120 miles per hour, racing recklessly through traffic in a desperate attempt to escape. As pressure mounted, the driver suddenly veered onto a sidewalk, lost control, and crashed into the roadside, snapping a small tree.
Show your hands!
Trooper Bird quickly moved in and took the suspect into custody. The high-speed pursuit was over, and the Charger was left disabled after the driver's reckless decision ultimately led to an unavoidable crash. On June 25th, 2024, Midwest Inn CCTV captured two suspects stealing parts from a Ford F-150 using a black Dodge Journey marked for sale.
He's coming out of the parking lot. He's going to be coming out the Taco Bell side. He's stuck in traffic, backing up right now.
The next day, officers located the vehicle at a gas station. As they approached, the passenger exited into the store while the driver suddenly fled, triggering a coordinated search.
He's headed eastbound in the parking lot.
Police Chief Eric Schmidt in an unmarked pickup tracked the vehicle into a residential area. Despite being struck by the suspect, he remained composed and, once conditions allowed, decisively executed a Pite maneuver, stopping the Dodge in a drainage culvert.
Branson, what a guy boy! Show me your hands! Do it down! Do not move! Your hands out the window! Hands out the window!
The suspect was taken into custody without further resistance. The calm, courageous response by officers ensured public safety and brought the reckless flight to a swift, controlled end.
Branson, any other units can slow down.
Los Angeles, California. On the morning of June 5th, 2025, at approximately 9:10 a.m., officers from the Olympic Patrol Division responded to reports of an assault with a deadly weapon near Western Avenue and Washington Boulevard. Witnesses reported a man pointing what appeared to be a mini shotgun at passing vehicles.
It's a pole. No. Hey, drop it.
When officers arrived, they spotted the suspect, later identified as 37-year-old Roberto Gonzalez Flores, standing on the sidewalk of 18th Street with an object resembling a sawed-off shotgun. Despite repeated verbal commands, Flores refused to comply.
40! Hey, you drop it! Hey, get in the car! Hey, move up!
Flores then crossed the street and tried to conceal the object in his waistband. Moments later, he pulled it out and pointed it directly at the officers. Faced with an immediate threat, the officers discharged their weapons, striking Flores. He was quickly taken into custody and transported by the Los Angeles Fire Department to a local hospital, where he received treatment for his injuries.
Hey, grab a 40! Where's up, ready loaded? Where's up and ready? 40!
Investigators later confirmed that the weapon was not a firearm, but a metal pipe modified to look like a shotgun. The fake weapon was collected as evidence. Fortunately, no officers or community members were harmed during the incident, and the case remains under investigation. On the early winter morning of November 10th, 2021, just before midnight, the South GSP Night Patrol received a report of a white GMC Acadia stolen by armed suspects from a La Quinta Inn. While searching near Bartow Park, an officer spotted the SUV and began pursuing it as it sped through stop signs and traffic. When the emergency lights came on Bay Street, the driver accelerated, leading to a dangerous chase through city streets. Officers assessed the risk too great to allow the suspects potentially armed to escape and endanger the public. After multiple maneuvers, TFC Digiacomo officers successfully executed a pit T near I-516 freeway, causing the Acadia to veer off the road and crash into a barrier. The police approached cautiously and arrested the driver, identified as Raheem Passmore.
Sir, we're good.
I got you. I got you. We're gonna walk up the hill. We're gonna walk up the hill. We're gonna walk up the hill. Your buddy stole that vehicle at gunpoint.
Listen,
Yeah, that's right. All right, we got you. We got you.
Orlando, Florida. On June 7th, 2025, around 3:30 p.m., Orange County deputies responded to 203 North Ortman Drive after receiving a 911 call from the mother of a schizophrenic man. Upon arrival, deputies spoke with Washington's father, who informed them that his son was inside a bedroom and armed with a knife. Deputies attempted to communicate with Washington for several minutes, urging him to come out peacefully.
Let's come out and talk to us, buddy.
Got no trouble.
TJ, we just want to talk to you. TJ, you come out and talk to us?
Suddenly, he burst from the room, charging at a deputy with the knife in hand. During the struggle, Washington grabbed at the deputy's firearm while swinging the blade, leaving the deputy with little choice but to fire his service weapon, striking Washington. Deputies immediately provided medical aid until paramedics arrived. Washington was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The deputy involved was treated for head lacerations and is expected to make a full recovery.
Shit! County, shots fired, shots fired! Boulders, you okay? Boulders, you okay? Fuck!
While patrolling northbound on Interstate 75 near the I-285 interchange, Trooper First Class Dawson, Unit 584, observed a silver Ford Focus traveling 88 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. The vehicle weaved through traffic, made multiple lane changes without signaling, followed too closely, and displayed a dark license plate cover that obscured the tag. When Dawson attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and accelerated away. The pursuit ended when the suspect exited onto Georgia 166, made an improper high-speed lane change, and lost control of the vehicle. The car struck an embankment and overturned, coming to a rest.
1050 overturn, EMS please. Clear 1050. 75 northbound, ramp to 166. Ramp to 166, I'm gonna shut it down.
When officers approached, the driver was found deceased from severe crash injuries. South Metro Towing later removed the vehicle. Newly released body-worn camera footage reveals a clearer, more detailed perspective of the deadly confrontation involving drug dealer Omar Felix Cueva, offering insight into the chaotic moments as events unfolded.
336, if you haven't already, notify Texas.
1333 Central. He's on pure rim. He's on pure rim on the front right tire.
After a traffic stop on February 4th, 2021, just east of Domingue, New Mexico, Cueva shot and killed New Mexico State Police Officer Darian Jarrett, triggering an immediate multi-agency manhunt.
He's trying to pit maneuver. He's been pit. All units slow down. He's been pit.
Shots fired!
The incident escalated into a 40-mile pursuit and running gunfight involving several law enforcement agencies, ending in a fatal shootout and bringing the intense search to a close.
Where's the crossfire? Kick it, I got it. secure.
On the night of January 21st, 2022, at approximately 8:17 p.m., Atlanta police officers observed a silver Dodge Durango committing an illegal maneuver at the intersection of Interstate 75 North and Northside Drive. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and immediately accelerated, sparking a dangerous pursuit through city roadways. The Durango raced away at extremely high speeds, weaving recklessly through multiple lanes of traffic and nearly causing several collisions. As the chase neared the 17th Street exit, a Georgia State Patrol trooper executed a precision intervention maneuver, forcing the Durango to lose control and come to a stop.
Hey! Get your ass to the ground! Get off the fucking car! 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 Get on the ground!
The suspects inside were immediately ordered out of the vehicle and taken into custody without further incident. The driver received a medical evaluation at the scene before being transported to the Fulton County Jail to face multiple charges. On December 23, 2021, around 3:59 p.m., a trooper heard Garden City report a fleeing black SUV on Georgia 26. Moments later, the trooper spotted the vehicle speeding and running a red light on Bay Street, then activated lights and siren to initiate pursuit toward Savannah.
7432. Never mind, it's Tom Adam X-ray. Tom Adam X-ray, 7432. We're on Newell Street, head toward Lathrop. Clear left, clear up. We're on Lathrop, heading toward Bay.
The driver behaved dangerously, wrong way driving, cutting through traffic, and exceeding twice the speed limit. With heavy downtown traffic and pedestrians nearby, the trooper recognized the urgent need to end the threat before someone was seriously hurt.
He's turn around.
Go ahead.
Give me some Savannah units up here. I'm about to pit them around.
A decisive Pay-T maneuver stopped the SUV, and Marcus White fled on foot before being subdued with a taser and arrested. A search revealed over a pound of marijuana, suspected methadone pills, and packaging materials, bringing the dangerous chase to a controlled conclusion.
Show me your hands! I'm gonna take you right now!
On January 24th, 2023, around 4:21 p.m., a trooper assisting another pursuit encountered a pickup that blew through a stop sign on Celia Drive.
Right now!
When the driver bailed and jumped into a white Nissan Altima, the trooper decisively engaged, refusing to let the suspect slip away. residential streets, weaving recklessly and running a red light, showing steady control under pressure.
Passing Chalmina Road. Ran the red light. Hey, you're not connected to my car.
The trooper used his push bumper in a parking lot to disable the fleeing car, even as the suspects bolted on foot.
1050 again.
Officers quickly secured the complex but could not locate them. Inside the vehicle, troopers found suspected crack cocaine, marijuana, MDMA pills, multiple phones, and a Glock .40 caliber pistol. On August 19th, 2024, in Clayton County, Georgia, Marquez Milner led police on a high-speed chase in a stolen Dodge Scat Pack. He reached 100 miles per hour and survived 5 PT maneuvers, nearly setting a state record.
Alright, I pitted it, we boxed it in, he got out. The back tire's done for.
His run ended when he fled on foot into a thick briar patch, getting completely tangled in thorns. He was quickly caught. Officers also scratched and bleeding from the dense underbrush. Inside the car, police found a Glock and a strong smell of marijuana. After a quick hospital visit, Marquez was booked on multiple felony charges, his reckless stunt ending in failure and embarrassment.
Hey, welcome to Clayton County.
That's starting to take off.
On June 20th, 2024, I was notified of a stolen vehicle reported by Walmart in Pocahontas. Security footage identified the driver as Sarah E. Bates, born July 15th, 1988, who was allegedly under the influence of intoxicants. An off-duty Pocahontas police officer spotted the vehicle traveling south on US Highway 63 near Sedgwick, briefly pulling into the Sportsman Liquor Store in Greene County. The pursuit continued northbound at high speeds, reaching approximately 113 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. Due to the danger posed to other motorists, I performed a TVI forcing Bates's vehicle into a ditch along the east side of the roadway. She attempted to flee by accelerating out of the ditch, prompting me to block her vehicle with my push bumper. After repeated commands, Bates finally exited the vehicle.
TVI, we're in the ditch.
Sarah, show me your hands. Sarah! Sarah Bates, I know who you are. Show me your hands.
Down Garb had one at gunpoint.
Bates was placed under arrest, read her Miranda rights, and transported to Lawrence County Jail for a DWI investigation. She displayed signs of impairment and was charged with driving on a suspended license, improper passing, running a red light, reckless driving, fleeing with substantial risk of death, and DWI drugs second. Pocahontas police also filed vehicle theft charges. No state property was damaged during the pursuit.
Get down on your knees. Face down, on the ground, lay down.
Red light. Hold on.
On May 31st, 2025, in Austin, Texas, body-worn camera footage captured officers attempting to stop a reported stolen vehicle. The driver, 18-year-old Devin Guevara, refused to comply and sped away, running red lights and crashing into another car before coming to a halt.
Green light. Research Service Road southbound in Georgia. 35 miles an hour. It's slowing down significantly.
Certified.
All right, 1050, 1050, 1050, 1050, 1050, 1050. Sorry, EMS.
As officers approached, Guevara suddenly pulled a gun, forcing them to open fire to protect themselves. Wounded, he surrendered at the scene and was taken into custody.
Westbound, we have shots fired. All officers are okay. We have shots fired, shots taken. All the way out! Keep moving, keep moving! Keep climbing out! Keep climbing out!
After receiving medical treatment, he was booked into the Travis County Jail, where he now faces multiple felony charges related to the chase, collision, and armed confrontation.
790, have the EMS stage at the bus stop on Hardwood 83 for now.
At 1:19 p.m. on October 24th, 2025, Arkansas State Police Troop A received a dispatch alert regarding a Jeep Gladiator stolen from a Little Rock hospital. The situation was considered high risk, as reports indicated a firearm inside the vehicle. Tracking data soon showed the Jeep heading south on I-530 toward Grant County, prompting troopers to move quickly into position. Trooper Alex Bratton located the vehicle near US 167 and Gillette Trail, clocking it at 85 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. When he activated his emergency lights and siren, the driver shook her head no, refusing to stop and accelerating while weaving dangerously through traffic. Trooper Bratton maintained visual contact as the Jeep continued its reckless flight down the highway. To prevent further danger to the public, Bratton executed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, forcing the Jeep off the roadway. The vehicle overturned and came to rest off the shoulder inside. Troopers recovered a stolen firearm and confirmed the Jeep had been taken earlier that day. The driver, identified as 36-year-old Paige Chandrell Flood of Conway, was transported to UAMS Medical Center. An arrest warrant was later issued for multiple felony charges, including theft and fleeing. Around 7:03 p.m., a red Pontiac Grand Prix was seen speeding along the shoulder of Interstate 55, bypassing backed-up traffic. An officer moved in to investigate the reckless driving.
Trooper Robert State Police, I stopped you for passing on the shoulder, my man. You got your driver's license? don't have the lights. I was taking her to the hospital. She got the feeling she was going to move.
There's marijuana in the car?
No,
not
there's none. You can.
But you do me a favor, stick your tongue out. Okay. So where y'all coming from right now?
I was coming from the hotel.
From the hotel?
Yes, sir.
Do you smoke back at the hotel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The unlicensed driver claimed he was rushing someone to the hospital, but gave unclear answers. A strong odor of marijuana heightened suspicion during the stop.
All right, ma'am. Here's what I ask you to do. Go ahead and jump off your telephone because I'm going to talk to you for just a second. Step out for me. Step right back here. All right, listen to me. I'm going to go ahead and place your purse up here. I'm going to tell you your rights, okay? You're not under arrest right now, but I want you to know your rights before I ask you any further questions, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one,
And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop!
Suddenly, the female passenger jumped into the driver's seat and fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit. The chase ended when the car slammed into a box truck, tearing it apart. A revolver was found, and both occupants now face serious charges.
Female jumped in the car on me and took off. We're almost to the bridge. Unfortunately, she stopped in traffic. She may have wrecked. She did. She wrecked out. Unfortunately, it's probably 10-16.
On December 5th, 2024, around 3:38 p.m., troopers assisted the Baxter County Sheriff's Office in locating a vehicle stolen from County Road 69. After the suspect fled an initial stop, a trooper spotted it speeding on State Highway 5 and quickly initiated pursuit. The driver raced through traffic at over 100 miles per hour, nearly striking a deputy. Despite the danger, troopers showed steady discipline and courage, carefully managing the pursuit while protecting motorists along the busy roadway. Precisely timed TV, I forced the vehicle off the road and overturned it. Vincent Walrath was safely taken into custody and treated for minor injuries, ending the high-risk chase through decisive professional police action. On November 12, 2024, ASP Trooper David Whipple was working a crash on I-440 when he spotted a driver texting near a construction zone. He flagged the car down, unaware the driver carried active felony warrants.
Wait. He was throwing bags out the window about 2 miles back. College Street, 65, light traffic.
Lewis continued driving at a high rate of speed until he lost control at the intersection of
As officers moved in, 31-year-old Michael Lewis tried to escape through the passenger window, blocked by bushes and smoke. He was quickly detained and cuffed.
You're a dumbass, you know that?
Goes home.
I'll take right up the front of your car.
Alright.
We're that. You driving like that and we're at. Yeah. When all these people are rich out here. Shut up, dude. Lean across the car.
A search uncovered $2,100 in cash, 40 oxycodone pills, marijuana, a digital scale, and open alcohol, turning a simple stop into a long list of charges.
Chasing. We're chasing you for no reason. Why you running? What's that? My pain medicine.
Yeah, that's your name on it.
Hey, buddy, you want to look right there and say they got me? How you doing?
On December 8, 2024, a trooper on patrol noticed a gray sedan with a defective headlight and initiated a traffic stop. The vehicle pulled over, but the trooper quickly observed that the car was missing a proper license plate, instead displaying a white sticker with numbers.
Gray Chevy sedan, no 28 to the rear.
As the officer approached the vehicle, the driver unexpectedly accelerated, attempting to flee. The hood of the car flew open, obstructing the driver's view and making the pursuit even more dangerous, with the suspect veering into oncoming traffic. To protect the public, the trooper executed a TBI, spinning the car out of control and causing it to crash into a concrete wall. The driver then attempted to escape by climbing over the wall, but fell roughly 35 feet to the ground below.
TBI.
When the officer reached him, the driver was initially unconscious, but he soon regained consciousness, stood up, and was taken into custody without further resistance. On the night of July 4th, 2021, Officer Ennis was patrolling Fulton County when he spotted several vehicles staging an illegal street race in the West End Mall parking lot.
Don't move! Turn the car off! Turn the car off!
As he moved in to intervene, the driver of a red Dodge Charger jumped into the car and sped off. In a split-second decision, Officer Ennis used his patrol vehicle to push the Charger into a rear fence, preventing a dangerous escape. Despite the crash, the driver refused to surrender. He fled on foot, running through a parking lot and crashing through trees toward Oak Street. This incident highlights how reckless driving under the guise of car culture endangers lives and property. True automotive passion values safety, respect, and community. When recklessness replaces those values, it becomes a crime, and accountability must follow.